everyone, welcome to Season 4, Episode 2 of Gemma Darling Daily. I'm your host Danielle, otherwise known as Gemma Darling, and you can find me on Instagram as Gemma Darlings with an S, because someone had my handle already, and you can find me on Ravelry as Gemma Darling. I haven't podcasted since Vogue, and I wanted to talk to you guys about what an amazing experience Vogue Knitting Live was this past January. It was the 17th or the 16th or the 19th, and it was just so much fun. And I know that I'm coming off, this talking about how Rhinebeck just did not do it for me this year, but VKL more than made up for it. I got to see all my friends. I had a great time. I will talk more about it a little bit later, but I guess this is selfish, but I love Vogue because we're all in that hotel together, and a lot of my friends have booths, so I know where they are all day. So I just walk around, I keep visiting this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. And it's just, that is what I love. I love seeing everyone. So that was a great time. I'm going to show you my haul. What else? We're going to do the drawing finally for Baby S Guess. Those of you that actually guessed Samantha as the answer for my daughter's name before she was born. So we're going to do that. I have a prize for the winner. We're going to do the BRIO Duo of the week, and what else? I got some yarn in the mail, and guys, I am very, very blessed. I have a lot of stuff, and I'm really able to indulge in knitting, which is something that I really love. It just enhances my life, the people, the fiber, all of the trips, and I do know that I have much more yarn than a person could ever knit through in their lifetime, especially me, because I use maybe 3 skeins a year. Don't tell my husband. But I just know that I'm very, very lucky. So, I do get messages sometimes and people are just like, wow, you have so much. And I want you guys to know that that's why I do all the D-stashes, because I like to keep turning it over. I know that it's like me, going to a yarn convention for me is like going into the grocery store hungry. So it's like, yeah, when you're just like, oh, I'll take the Malamars and the chocolate chip cookies and these and that and this and that. And then you get home and you're like, ooh, I didn't buy anything to actually make for dinner because I was just shopping from my hunger. And so that's what I do. I do the D-stashes. And I just had a big D-stash. I'm just wrapping it up. And thank you all for purchasing. Whoever purchased from my D-stash, I really hope that you love what you got, and if you're ever disappointed, you can contact me. But I keep my stuff in really good condition because, first of all, I have a respect for the yarn and the dyers and the bags and everything that I buy, but I also like the idea that I can turn it over and find a good home for it if I just realize that I'm just not going to pick up and do that project as I originally planned. And I hope none of the dyers or makers of any sort of anything that I de-stash, I hope no one is offended. I literally do it because I love the item so much and I just don't think I'm going to get to using it, that I want to, again, find it a really good home. So thank you all for giving my stuff new homes. I appreciate everyone pays right on time. You're all so kind. And again, if you ever have any problems, you're more than welcome to reach out to me and I will rectify all of those problems. So thanks, guys. Let's see. I also want to wrap up the LYS Unity KAL. This KAL takes so much planning and so much stuff, and I still have a couple things to do. Anyone who was in the knit-along that did not win a prize, there are, I believe, 3 pattern writers that have offered their patterns, so please take a look at the thread. I have them listed, and you're welcome to pick a pattern, again, if you did not get a prize from one of our sponsors. So I don't want anyone who knit along with us to leave empty-handed. You will get a free pattern of your choice. I have a couple. I have to contact the designers and get those sent out, so I did not forget about you. I will get those done. I have this to-do list that I keep checking stuff off on, and it just doesn't seem to be going away. So please be patient with me. Half the time when I'm getting ready to sit down and do something, someone cries, someone poops, someone pees, someone pukes. So that's my life right now. I also wanted to, let's go back to LYS Unity KAL. I kind of want to do it one more time. I'm going to talk to Christina. I don't know if she wants to do it. So stay tuned. I'd like to do it one more time, do it right, do it big, you know, bring it home, and then pass it along. I'd like another yarn shop or another group of women who want to manage and knit along to take it over, and I want it to just keep changing hands and evolving and moving along, because again, it's about unity. So if you can take over the KAL in coming years and bring a whole new bunch of fresh faces to it, that is wonderful. So again, it's something I'd like to do one more time. And I think we're gonna, if we do it, I'd like to go back to us all knitting the same sweater. I think that this year with the cardigan was great. I love knitting cardigans. I love them. But I think it's more fun the first year when we did the Tecumseh and everyone knit the same one and you showed up and said, I love yours. Oh, I love yours. I love yours. So I think that maybe we'll do that. So stay tuned for that. I also want to thank you all for trying to guess my daughter's name before she was born. You were all so invested in my baby journey, and it's not over yet. I'm trying to get that. Once this is gone, I can fit into my normal clothes again, then maybe. But you know what? My body grew a human, so there is no hurry. I am not rushing it along. I'm going to let nature take its course. I'm going to wear my Mrs. Roper muumuus and enjoy my body that can produce life. And, yeah, but I'm done. No more. Please, no more. I was very lucky. You know, there are a lot of people that have trouble with their baby stories, and I did not. And I, again, am very lucky, and I recognize my blessings. So thank you all for coming on that journey with me. I did want to finally pull the drawing for the Baby S guess, and you know what? The prize is over there, so you're just going to have to be surprised because I'm not going to crawl through this sea of lights to go get it. These are the numbers of the people in the thread that guessed it, and as you can see, I put a number with them 1 through 8. And so right now, I'm going to use random number generator, and we're going to pull a number between 1 and 8 that will correspond to all of those other numbers. And the reason I'm doing it this way is because I will never hit one of those numbers, and for me to sit here and try to figure out which one is the closest, you know, without going over like the Price is Right, probably would take a little bit longer. So let's just Google this, random number generator, which is a really great thing to use if you guys have ever, I didn't put anything in, but you just Google random number generator, and then you put the numbers in, the beginning number and the end number, and you hit generate, and it gives you some random number, and it's probably the most fair way to do stuff. So we're going to put in a number between 1 and 8, putting it in, and generate, and the number is 6. And so let's see who was number 98 in the feed. Let's see. Crochet Lass. Crochet Lass from Santa Barbara, Lisa. You have won Baby S Guess. There you go. There's her picture. Is it focusing? There we go. There we go. And she guessed Samantha and only put down 1 guess. You all, some of you put down like 9 names, which was really funny actually. But, and a lot of them were really great because Scarlett, Sima, these were all other names. Sabrina, that I really wanted to name the baby. Some of them were vetoed by my husband. As you know, we named the baby Samantha, and we call her Sammy. And in case you guys are new here and you don't know why I named her Sammy, my grandmother's name was Sima when she came here. And so we call Samantha Sammy. And instead of like using the letters S-A-M-M-I-E, which is normally how you would abbreviate Sammy, we abbreviated with S-A-M-I. So my grandmother's name was Sima, and my daughter's name is Sammy, and they're the same letters. And so that is my little homage to my grandmother, and she is the one who taught me how to knit, my Mima. And my grandfather, her husband, his name was Sam. So Samantha, Sammy, Sima, the whole thing worked. The whole thing. Her middle name is Lucia, after my father Lou and my great-grandmother Lucy on my Italian side. So I honored 4 people in her name, and I really, really am proud of that. So Samantha Lucia is my little girl, and she is so much fun, you guys. I'm going to have her on the podcast next time She has this smile and these cheeks, and she's just so cute. And please, you know, if you want to see her, tune into Instagram, because I cannot stop Instagramming this little girl. Anyway, thank you so much, Lisa. You are going to get a DM from me, and please send me your address and I will send you out your prize. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate everyone, again, for coming on that journey with me. Okay, so I kind of bashed myself in my pixelated cardie last time, and again, was not bashing the pattern or the cardigan or the yarn in any way, because I love knit collage, and I really did love this pattern. It was very simple, it was satisfying, it was quick. There's a new knit collage KAL on the horizon, and I think they may reintroduce or reuse the pixelated cardie pattern as one of the options, because it was so very popular. And I was thinking maybe about knitting one in a different color, because my friend Vanessa, who works for Knit Collage, made one in different colors, and I love her colors. They're more earthy than mine were. I mean, everything is more earthy than this. But let me put it on. I did finish it, except for, of course, weaving in those ends, because we all know that I don't do that. It don't look handmade when you weave them in, guys. It does not look handmade. So I also have my cake shirt on from my friend Alyssa. She has cake wool. You guys have to check that out. So I've got like little things hanging down here, but if you can see, I put the, I'm trying to do this backwards looking in the camera here. This side goes, okay, this side off a little, okay. So, I think that the Knit Collage KAL is really great, because if you haven't done something before, like color work or baubles or whatever is in the patterns that are offered, Amy does these amazing tutorials. And so when you buy the pattern, when you buy the yarn, of course you get the pattern and you get the little notions that you need to do the stuff with the knit along. You also get these classes on Teachable, and it's emailed to you, and you can go in and do, okay, I want to look at the cast on. Let me see how she does it. Let me see how she's doing the color work. Let me see this and that. And so even though I'm an experienced knitter, I don't think I know everything, and so I did. I watched all of the Teachable classes, and by the way, Amy has the most calming voice. I love the Knit Collage podcast because of that, so please look that up. Her voice is just so inviting, and it's like warm maple syrup. It's just beautiful, and like, I just love it. And yes, warm maple syrup. Do you hear that, Amy? I don't know, there's something about it that I just think is gorgeous, and so I love listening to her podcast. It's just so calming. I wish she would just, you know, come out with those, something I could meditate to, because I would just sit there and listen to her voice. Anyway, enough about that. I finished it. I did not watch the Teachable for putting the crochet edge on, and because of that, I think I did it wrong, but I'm not unhappy with how I did it. I'm not sure if I was supposed to use a single crochet or a double crochet. I seem to be a double crocheter. That's my comfortable stitch when I crochet. I like that one the best. So I did it, and I thought it actually left these really cool holes at the end, and it made the collar a little bit thicker. So again, I'm not sure what is in the pattern. I don't really remember, but I love the way that I did it, and I love the way that it came out, and it looks finished. I don't know if I'm going to add a button. I wore this to a business meeting the other day. I know, business meeting. It was about knitting, so it's okay. And I just put a hair clip here, and it didn't look so nice, but it held it together right here, because I was trying to figure out, you know, where to put it together. But I really like it. It's very bulky on me. I think, yeah, again, I may make another one. I may make the little short cropped version. Did you ever see the one that Park Knit made? Because she made the pink one like I did, but hers looked totally different. And that's one thing I really liked about this knit along, was no two projects were the same. No two were the same. So I really liked this. I actually didn't see anyone else who used this combination. So let me show you. Let's see. See? I think it came out really nice, and I did all of this, if you guys can see it. There, that's a better one. It looks like a chain necklace. It looks so cool. And then you put 3 in here to make that curve. Okay, there. And then I went down the front, and again, it left some holes here, but I actually really like the way that it came out. So that's that. If you guys want to do this again, please, I think on Instagram you can follow the Knit Collage KAL. It actually has, I'll put it in the down bar here, it has its own Instagram account. You can of course follow Amy of Knit Collage. She's in India right now, getting new yarns and new colors and new trimmings, and I am just drooling over her trip. It would be a dream of mine to go there. And oh my God, the fabrics and the stuff that is produced in that country is absolutely gorgeous. And so she, you know, brings a little back for us so we can enjoy it. And one way to enjoy it is through this knit along. So again, this is just, I'm very happy with the finished product, and I'm very rarely happy with a finished product, but putting that crochet edge on it, it really pulled it together. I think it looked very, to me, my own knitting, and I'm criticizing myself, not the sweater, looked sloppy. I did a very sloppy job on this. And once I put that crochet edge on the bottom, I think it just made it look like it was done. So there's that. I hope you guys will join in on the next Knit Collage KAL. I know that the ladies work extremely hard on it, so prepare for it, guys. It's coming. I think it's coming in April. It's coming. So, as I said, I loved putting that crochet edge on it. So much so, let me just mark this down so I know to send this to this. Okay, this is the winner. I decided, okay, let me just start over on this. I'm trying to describe what happened. I was going through everything in my craft attic. As you can see, I have a lot, and I was organizing it, and I had my porter bin, which is a Fringe Supply Company porter bin, and I haven't used it in years. It was just starting to become a catch-all. So I cleaned it up, and I said I'm going to destash it. Someone else will love this much more than me. So I cleaned it up. I always take tape, and I take everything off it. All the fuzz, I have animals in the house. They're not allowed near my yarns and things, but on my clothes, I would take, you know, if there was a cat hair or a dog hair, I'd take everything off. And then I realized I had wanted to start an outline shawl by Beata Jizik of Hedgehog Fibers a long time ago. This probably is going on, let's see, I think I had just had Franny. So almost 4 years ago. And I had all of this Hedgehog sock yarn. And as you guys know, I'm not the biggest fan of sock yarn. Some sock yarns are very round. If you look at if you look at the yarn, you can tell it's a rounder yarn, and some are just a 2-ply or real thin and not twisted very well. I'm okay with the rounder ones sometimes, but I'm really not a fan of sock yarn. I don't like nylon in my yarns, things like that. So I destashed a lot of it, but I kept these 5 colors because I really loved the way they were marrying together. And I thought, okay, one day I'll make something that has all these colors in it. And the other day I looked at it and I was like, I have 5 skeins. The colors are great together. What can I make? I really want to crochet. I was like, yeah, but I'm not really like a granny square kind of person. I'm not going to make a full blanket. I think we all know that. But I thought I'd make a scrappy granny stripe wrap. Something that like I could take with me if I was traveling, or I could throw around my neck as like a bulky scarf on a really, really blustery day. And I said, okay, I have all this sock yarn. Let me marl it. So this is what I have so far. I don't have the yarns up here with me. This is what I have so far. And I really have never done something like this before. So I had to start it like 3 times and keep going up a hook size because it was so dense when I first started. I realized holding 2 strands of sock yarn together is kind of like a decay. So now I'm up to like a 5mm hook, I think. And I started out on like a 3.5. I'm really not sure what I'm using right now, to be honest. Or I could just look at the hook. Seriously, Dan, I'm using a 4.5. And so this is what I've got so far. And so the bottom here is pinky, pinky swear. I don't remember. I don't remember the names. Anyway, these 3 are hedgehog fibers because this is the pink, and then I took 1 strand of pink and 1 strand of the white, and then I went into the white, and I know that the white is teacup. And so that is what I'm doing. The next yarn I have is a little pink with a little gray in it. Then I'm doing one that has black, pink, and gray in it, and then I'm going to go straight into like a graphite and then bring it back. So I'm just going to keep going through that gradient where I go from pink to white to gray to black and back that way to pink and then go back to the black. And I'm just going to keep doing it so it's like a wave. It comes in waves. I don't know how much yarn I'm going to need. I am probably going to have to order more, which is like defeating the whole purpose of using up my sock yarn. But it's about the width of my shoulders. And so I thought if I make it really, really long, it'll be a really cool wrap. And if I'm ever traveling, something I could just throw on. I also wanted to practice my crochet because I am going to be teaching classes in knitting and crochet at Urban Society in Westfield, New Jersey. I wanted to let you guys know there are classes for people of all ages. So I'm assuming everyone that watches this podcast knows how to knit, but if you'd like to learn some crochet, if you'd like to learn color work or continental knitting, I'm going to be teaching classes. They should be going up on their websites very soon. I'm sorry, this is all like tangled now. I also am going to be teaching some children's camps in the summer. So if you guys want to drop your kids off for a couple hours in the summer, I think that there's a knitting camp and in July, and then August we're going to be doing a crochet kids camp, which I'm going to teach them how to crochet. We'll start a granny stripe blanket, and then hopefully if they get good enough, we're going to make those crowns, the crochet crowns. And then one of the last weeks, I think the 17th through like the 23rd or something of August, I'm going to be teaching a fiber arts class, which is just kind of fiber crafting. So we're going to make like, take some really cool yarn and make keychains. We'll do some weaving on embroidery hoops, and we'll do a whole bunch of different things, make some jewelry, all with crochet and with needle crafting. And so I thought that would be something I would mention if you guys are in the New Jersey area and you haven't been to Urban Society. It is worth a trip. So please look that up online, and I'm going to put it in the down bar here. And if you guys want to take a class with me or come to one of my knit nights, please do. It's going to be a whole new era of knitting and crochet and fiber crafts at Urban. Fiber crafts, not craps. Fiber crafts at Urban Society. So check out their website, see the classes. It's really a sewing store. So if you would like to sew garments or make project bags or anything that you want, they have all different classes for all different ages. They have sewing camps in the summer. Sometimes they have a theme. I think one week they did Harry Potter stuff. So it's really a great place, and I would just like you guys to check it out. Okay? Okay, guys, what you've all been waiting for. My Vogue Knitting Live haul. Yes, I had a great time at Vogue Knitting Live. It's held at the Marriott Marquis in New York City. If you're planning on coming, I would say get a group of women together and get a room together, because when you have a room there and a place to like throw all your stuff down, throw your coat, relax if you need to, it's much, much more pleasant. I get a room there every year. It's pricey though, so I do have to, it's one of those things I ask for Christmas, please just give me some money towards my room at VKL. When they have their registrations, they give you a rate. So if you get the hotel room while registering for your marketplace tickets or for your classes, you will get a VKL rate. So I believe it was, last year it was like something like $450 the room per night, and then this year it was $250 plus taxes and things. So it does cut it a lot. I don't know how many you can fit in a room, obviously, but when there's I got a king because Gigi was staying in the room and I didn't stay overnight, so it was just one person, and I would have no problem sleeping in a king bed with her. But all the rooms have a pull-out couch, which is great. So even if you get a room that has 2 double beds and a pull-out couch, you could probably fit maximum 5 people in the room, probably if you want your own beds than 3 people, you'd have the 2 beds and then the 1 couch. And the couch pulled out to a normal size comfortable bed. I did have someone stay on my couch last year, not this past year, but last year. So stuff the room, you guys, because this is why New York City apartments are all super tiny. You're never in it. It's a place that holds your stuff. Maybe you'll pop in there to watch some TV, but you're staying in a hotel in the heart of Times Square where stuff doesn't even close at night. I think we were in Sephora at midnight. So guys, just get the room, get like 6 hours of sleep, get up, get your breakfast and go shopping. And just, there's so much to do in the city, but I do recommend getting a room, stuffing it with as many people as you can, and just paying for it that way. So that's my 2 cents. I want to tell you guys about VKL this year. It was palpably different. I have gone to VKL in 2017, 18, 19. This was my 4th VKL. My first one is when Christy and I met. So this was our 3-year friendiversary. Happy friendiversary! It was, let's see, it was just palpably different this year. You know, we had a call to arms this year where people in our community said, we're not being seen, we're not being respected, we really want a seat at the table. And some places rose to the occasion and said, we see you and we're going to do what you need. And some places didn't. And so that is what happened this year. We kind of figured out where everyone goes. But VKL they rose to the occasion for VKL. And they had a diversity panel, which was Friday at 12:30. Now, I did not like that time slot. I will be honest with you. I think having something Friday at 12:30 when most people come on the weekend, I think Saturday would have been much more beneficial to everyone coming. But I understand that it's hard to book a convention. It just is. So I haven't done it and I'm not going to criticize. I just think that if anyone from Vogue Knitting is watching this, it would be better if you had it on a day where no one works. And I think the marketplace is packed on Saturday, even on Sunday, but Saturday is the day. So I picked up Gigi and we went into the city and we went to the diversity panel, and it was really a great conversation. I think that when you have 8 people on a panel from all different backgrounds, different countries, different experiences, you're always bound to learn something. And learning is wonderful. It's just what we all need. We just need to open our ears and listen to the experiences of others and listen to what others need. So I loved the diversity panel. I'm looking forward to seeing another one. I believe that the diversity panel, the 8 people that are on it, I believe they're on it for a term of 2 years, and then they vote in new people for the panel. So it should be turning over every couple years, and we should just keep furthering this conversation in our community. It's really important. They would not let me videotape it. Out of courtesy, I listened. I did not videotape any of it. They didn't want it to be cut together. I think maybe that ideas or conversations would be taken out of context on different vlogs. So we put the cameras away and we engaged in the conversation and listened. Again, it was my first diversity panel and I really thought it was wonderful. Then after that was over, let's see, that was over about 1:30, 2 o'clock, I believe. Then we had to wait 3 hours for the marketplace to open. 3 hours. Now, I did hear, and this I cannot confirm, I know that the marketplace opened at 4:30 for certain people. Now, I made the mistake. I thought it was for VIPs, people that had either paid extra or something. But then I was told by someone that the reason it opened up earlier was for people that had trouble getting around. If they were in some sort of a situation where it wouldn't be easy for them to navigate a floor that was full of people, they were able to request a time slot where they could get in early. Again, I think it was a great idea. I don't know how much you could do in a half an hour. And at 5 o'clock, it was flooded. So VKL, again, trying something new. I thought it was a great idea. Now, next year, let's take it a little further, give them at least an hour or more. Because, you know, if someone wants to get to all these different floors, because there are 2 floors in the marketplace, you're not going to do much in a half an hour or an hour. take it from me. So again, great idea. Take it a step further for next year. I want to show you what I got. I went in there thinking, I don't need anything. That is the wrong thing to tell yourself because it's never the truth. So one of my first stops, besides the aloe vera booth, I didn't even want to buy the aloe vera, but the lady was such a good saleswoman. She was just putting aloe all over me and it felt so nice. I bought it. I don't know. Anyway, I went to Starlights Knitting Society, which I believe, and it could be wrong, is in Portland, Oregon, and I would love to go there. It's one of those knitting stores I feel that I would just feel completely at home in. You know, its surroundings, the design of it, the people look wonderful, and I would love to get there someday. So this is their logo, and I cannot say enough about this logo. I love this logo, and I buy anything and everything that has this logo on it. So first thing I picked up was a pin. I thought it was really cool how it looked all pewter. That's really cool, right? And it does say Portland, Oregon. There you go. And they were giving away these stickers. And who doesn't like stickers? So I grabbed that. Again, Portland, Oregon. It's like right there, Dan. Like, why did you think it was something else? So I got this bag. I like the petite bags sometimes. You know, sometimes you need a really big tote bag to just jam stuff in. Like, you know, oh, where is it? My loopy mango bag is humongous. I could put like Franny in it. It's humongous. But sometimes you just need a little petite bag, and I liked this one. $15. Not a bad price tag, right? So I have my haul inside of it, but I got a couple more things from Starlight. I actually didn't buy any yarn there because at this point I was still trying not to buy yarn, lying to myself. I bought a t-shirt, one of their t-shirts, because whoever is drawing their logos, amazing. They're beautiful. I don't know what this girl's name is, if they've given her a name, but I really just love their aesthetic, and so I got a t-shirt. Because you can never have too many t-shirts. I got a tiny little project bag. Now, this project bag is so thick and well made. I can't even. This tiny little project bag was $40, and I normally would not drop that on a tiny little project bag. But when I tell you how well made this project bag is, it's so thick. It's so good. And I love drawstring project bags. They are my favorite because I always think I'm going to zip my yarn into the zipper ones. I still have them and I love them, but drawstrings have my heart. This has all the pockets for your notions on the outside. I mean, it's brilliant, right? So the inside is nothing but your yarn, and the outside you can get to your notions without having to disturb everything. Amazing. I love it. I love it. So that is my haul from Starlight Knitting Society. The t-shirt, the pin, the tote bag, and the project bag. So, you know, I bought nothing. Now, let's go into this tote bag and see what I got for my haul. I did buy yarn. We're going to start out with some knit collage. I only bought one skein, and I kept going back to their booth. And my friend Vanessa works there, so she's like, when the new shipment comes in, if you want this, I'll grab one for you, and you can order it. And I was like, okay, maybe I won't buy it here, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then I just kept coming back to the booth, and it was still there. And I was like, this is my skein. It has to come home with me. And it's got gold stellina in it. Can you see it? Can you see it? It's so good. It's so good. And it's like, I love like the way it was spun. It's so beautiful. This is their pixie dust yarn, and this is the color golden white. And so I don't know if you guys visited the knit collage booth at VKL, but Amy had this chevron, I guess it was like a wrap or a shawl or something, and it was knit on these really big needles. So it was like this yarn, but it was really holey holey, not with holes, not religious. It was holey, and it was chevrons, and it was all different yarns, and I thought, I have to make this. And so I've just kind of been hoarding a skein here and there. I have a really good knit collage bin now, and so I'm probably going to be doing that soon. Sorry, I had some technical difficulties there. Anyway, so I was just saying that was my knit collage, and that I'm going to be starting soon, the chevron. Let's go back into this bag and see what else is there. Okay, first I visited my friend Becky at Clinton Hill Cashmere. Something else I collect. So I don't go in there and decide I'm going to buy an entire sweater quantity. I go in there and I buy a ball or two here and there because, again, it's the good stuff and it's expensive. And you know, I don't want to blow my entire budget at once, which I definitely could because she's got this winter white, which is to die for. And I do have a pattern waiting for that. But I decided that I wanted to make a hat, and I wanted navy and hot pink. I really like navy and hot pink together. It's kind of weird because all my winter coats are black or gray. I have a green one. Nothing will match this, but I loved it. And so I decided that I was going to buy one ball of each of those. And she's got that new hat out now where you can personalize it. And so I think I will try something like that. But I love Clinton Hill Cashmere. If you don't have any of that, guys, get some. Then I visited Neighborhood Fiber Company. And they are based in Baltimore, Maryland. And I really love Neighborhood Fiber Company. You guys have heard me talk about Neighborhood Fiber Company. Their colors are amazing. This is one of their worsted babies. Now this skein was $48, and it has 400 yards of worsted. So if you were going to buy, so it's 8 ounces. So it's about, you know, we always do that by grams, like 100 grams. It's probably about 200 grams. So 400 yards is like 2 regular skeins. And if you're really buying the indie dyed yarn, usually they're well over $20 to $30. So 2 skeins would be $60. This one was $48. So it is a little bit more economical if you are making a sweater to buy their worsted babies. Now, that's cake that I showed you last week. It's over there. You guys can't see it. This was their cake. Let me show you. This is a cake of Neighborhood Fiber Company when it's caked up. So as you can see, it's as big as my head. So it's huge and it's beautiful, and their dyeing has so much depth of color. And so you guys will not be disappointed. Log on to Neighborhood Fiber Company. If you're going to make a sweater and you need a worsted, they have a bazillion colors, and you would buy the worsted babies. So this one I have an idea for a design, and I needed a Tiffany blue, and I think they did a really good job. So let's see what that turns into. There's my little cake. You can stay right there. Okay. I love that cake. I don't even know what to do with it. I just like looking at it. Then I visited Robyn at Birch Hollow Fibers. Okay. And Robyn was one of our sponsors of the LYS Unity KAL, and I bought 2 skeins from her. One skein I've already caked up to be used with something, and it's downstairs. But this one I thought was so fun. Isn't that beautiful? It's like I never see these colors together, and not in this vibrant, you know. I love it. And I thought this would be a really, really cute hat. And I know I never really make hats, but I need to start. I also think this would be great for color work. Like if I picked something like a dark green, or I don't know, even a brown, and a brown hat, and I did color work with this, that would look so cool. So I thought it was great. And you guys should check out Robyn, Birch Hollow Fibers. This one's called Foliage. It's on her Phyllis DK. And again, there you go. And I believe it's Birch Hollow Fibers. Let's see. You guys can't see it there. myshopify.com. I'll put it down in the down bar here also. Let's see. Yes. Cozy hand-dyed yarn made with a love of fiber and color. Oh, it's 250 yards. It's 115 grand skein. Oh, that was really good. Okay, so it's more than normal because normal DK is about 230 yards. So it's more. That's good. Okay. I like it. Next. Okay. I probably, you know what? I'm going to do that one last. The whole show I was looking for cat sandwich fibers. Now, I could have downloaded the show guide on my phone like they told me to do a registration and I would have known where everyone was. But instead I was like, I'll just walk around. I'll find them. I could not find cat sandwich. I couldn't do it. And even though MJ never wants to see me unless I have my kids with me, I wanted to see her because I really love her and I love her yarns. I just like seeing her. You know, she's always there with her husband. They have the pink shirts on. Her booth sparkles. She puts up all these twinkle lights. It's beautiful. So I love visiting there. And I got these. These are called Nifty 50s, and they're half of a normal skein. So I got two. And I was with this girl, and I don't know who she was, but she kept saying, why don't you just buy a whole skein? And I was like, because I really just like the way these look. And sometimes when you want to buy yarn, you just want to buy a skein that you like. And she's like, but you're paying more. And I was like, yep. But I just really like the way these ones were dyed. So these are 50 Nifties, and Nifty 50s, sorry. But this colorway is called Let's Play Video Games, and it's half a sock yarn skein. So if you're doing something like a granny stripe blanket or something where you just want like the toes and the heel, but you want a little bit more, you know, these are great because a normal skein, let's see. So these are 231 yards. Yes, whereas a normal sock yarn skein would be about 460. So there you go. And I really think she just dyes beautifully, doesn't she? Yeah. So guys, catsandwich.com. catsandwich.com. Go see MJ on the internet or whenever she's at a show because she will give you the biggest smile. She has kits for beautiful shawls and a lot of things that she's made. My mom made her Cipolla out of the colors from Cat Sandwich because she saw it. We were at New Jersey Sheep and Wool Festival last year, I think. When was it? 2018. And she just saw the sample and loved it, and so she bought the kit. And so go see my friend MJ there. I would not go to a festival without seeking her out. I saw her 10 minutes before closing on Sunday. That's literally how I could not find her. Then I just happened to stumble upon Forever Yarn Doylestown. And I've wanted to get to this store. And oh, my legs are really hurting me, guys, lately. And so anyway, Forever Yarn Doylestown looks like a beautiful store. I keep seeing it online. I want to get there. My in-laws live in Easton, Pennsylvania, so every time we're going there, I'm on like, you know, my phone going, oh, it's like 45 minutes away. Could I slip away? Like, could I just be like, I'm going to go for a car ride and come back with like tons of yarn? They're also a distributor of Olan, and we know I'm obsessed with Olan. So I went to the booth. Their booth, first of all, was really pretty. It had like one of everything on a table, and then it had these bookcases in the back, and you would ask them for the rest and they would get it for you. And I really like that because you get yarn that has not been handled by everyone. And sometimes people are really nice about it, and sometimes there are skeins that are like a wreck. And so it's really nice that they would, you know, they kept all of the stuff in the back. And then I was like, nope, go up, down, nope, there, no, yes, that one. That's what I did. And it was like, it was funny. And so this is what I got. This is called Damson. I think that's how you say it. Let me do 2 and 2 here. Yeah. And it's this beautiful, like, berryish purple. I don't know if the color's coming out right on the screen, but it's such a beautiful berryish purple. And I have Dame by Olan on singles. This is an MCN. I have Dame on singles. Dame is a little bit darker, like almost like a raspberry, like a reddish. And I think I'm going to hold them double for something because I have 4 skeins of each. So now I have to find a pattern for that because that's going to be like my Olan sweater. And I don't know what to make. You know, I want to make something that I'll really love. Holding them together will give me like a DK weight. So I'm looking forward to that. I think it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. You guys know I'm in love with Olan. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is the label. Olan. And the website is olan.ie. I'll put it right down here. It's dyed by Jess Kavanagh. And it's from Ireland. And I have so much more of it I'm going to show you that I bought other than this. I will never destash those. Those are beautiful. Okay, that was the end of my bag. So we have tapped that. Now I want to show you what else I got. Just a couple more things, guys. Another wonderful thing happened at Vogue. I got to meet the lady behind the gorgeous crochet hoop earrings that everyone is wearing. Everyone is wearing these. If you're cool, you're wearing them. And I love the pair she gave to me. Of course, I am talking about Designs by Yasmin. There we go. And if you were lucky enough to see her at Vogue, hi, Yazzie. She had a Tupperware in a bag and she was giving these out like candy. And I was so very, very lucky that she let me pick out a pair. Mine are sparkle pink. These are gorgeous. They're so gorgeous. I don't know how she does it. I have to put them on. They're going to be great in my hair. I'm so excited. Yasmin, thank you so very much. I actually ordered another pair. I wanted the big pineapple ones in a pink, so those should be coming any day. I think I got my shipment notification. So if you guys aren't at a place like VKL or somewhere where she's handing them out like candy, you can order them on Etsy. She has an Etsy store, and again, it's Designs by Yasmin, and please, please, please go to her Etsy store and see all the goodies she crochets. She's truly a gem. She's adorable in person. Like, I wanted to take her home with me. And I think we should support. So, Designs by Yasmin. I went to visit my friend Dinah at the knitting place. She has one of the best booth locations in all of Vogue. It is literally next to the runway. I love Dinah. I love her. Out of all the people I have met in this business, she is one of my absolute favorites. And so I went to visit her. She was having a trunk show by Suburban Stitcher. And so this is the label there. And this is called Evangeline. It's their sock slub. I had never bought a slubby skein yet. I think I bought one from Cake Wool, but it was a bit different, more of an art yarn. This, I loved the colors. I have no idea what to do with it. I'll probably use it for a hat. I think it's gorgeous. And so they were having a trunk show, so I grabbed this. And then I grabbed this. Oh my gosh, guys. It's one of the Plaister Backpacks. Is that how you say it? Plaister? I think that's how you say it. You guys can see I am using this like crazy. When you buy it, it comes with a project bag inside. So even though it's got a little bit of a higher price tag, it comes with a project bag. And these are really, really well-made things. Like, this is not crap. There, I said it. You know, it's got a lot of pockets inside. So I really, really was excited about that. And I love that I can just put in the front pouch things I need to get to easily. This is like my sunglasses and my glasses for knitting. And let's see what else I've got in there. I think I have some hand cream in there. Yes. Oh, guys, if you need hand cream, I know Lemur is crazy with their prices. This delivers. Their hand cream, nothing else Nothing else heals my hands. My hands turn into sandpaper in the winter. And so something that's not super greasy, like I like to put Aquaphor on them, but no. Nothing is better than the La Mer. That's something I asked for Christmas. That's how much I love it. And so it has this big, what I like is it's got this pocket inside. I don't know if you guys can see it. And it's a big pocket, like a laptop pocket or like a project bag pocket. So you can put your project in there and then all your other stuff is away from it. See, it opens like that. And then it's like that. And you could use it for like, it's almost like a laptop sleeve. The other side has a ton of storage pockets for pens and such and notions. And it's just really, really great. So I got this at the knitting place from Dinah. Thank you, Dinah. I love it. You guys, it was amazing. She's just amazing. She made that sweater outfit for my daughter. I mean, if she's this good to me, I can't imagine when she becomes like a grandmother, those kids are just going to be the luckiest kids in the whole world. And her kids right now are the luckiest in the whole world. I love this woman to death. I love her. So that was my haul from Vogue. Oh, except for these, I got myself a new Asylum fiber pin. I think I showed you that because I really, really love her rebranding. I love Stephanie's yarn and her rebranding. And then I was with Cece on Sunday and we walked by Crochet Luna, who was sharing a booth with Lady Di Yarns, Diane, and she told me to pick out some pins. And so I did. I was very, very, very thankful for that. And I got these. Okay, let's do one at a time here. No yarn diet. Nope. What's a yarn diet? And then this, which is it's upside down. It says Night Owl, one more row. And she had so many pins that were so funny, little plays on words, and she let me pick that out, and I love them. Thank you so very much. And that concludes my haul from Vogue. I have a little bit more stash enhancement to show you, but right now, it's time for the Brio Duo of the week. The Brio Duo of the week is part of my haul from VKL. It is from Lola Bean Yarn Company, and it is on their worsted base. So let's dig into the ball jar of briosity and see the yarn. Yes, I do want to smack myself right now. You guys love it, please. You love it. You know, go to Target and get yourself a ball jar. This thing is great, and you can put all your minis in it. You can put scraps from things in it, and it's cheap enough where you can get a couple of them and separate it by weight. You guys will love it. It's also really good if you're knitting while you're on the couch and you just drop your ball in it and knit out of it because it's so heavy it won't move. Ooh. So I got these two skeins. I want to make a colorwork hat, and I really, really just, oh, I love this skein. This is called Spring Has Sprung. Look at that. Isn't it pretty? It's a really pretty pink, isn't it? I kind of want to make a whole sweater out of this. Adela. Adela's going to be a little bit busy, you know, as if she's not normally, but she just got herself a space and she's moving the business into a big warehouse. I think that's what it said. And I am just beyond words proud of this woman. She works her tail off, and her booth at Vogue was crazy. Like, I would just keep checking in and like there'd be a sea of people in it. And the only reason I could see Gigi was because she was dressed in orange. At one point I went there, and you guys will see it on my video, and Shelby was sitting on the floor eating chips. That's Shelby. I love my Shelby. But this is Spring Has Sprung. I love that. And I got this one, which is called Gritty, and it's this beautiful tonal dark gray. And I thought together, wouldn't that make a great colorwork hat? Great. And there's little Lola Bean. So these are the Brio Duo, and if I brioche with them, that would be crazy. but I'm probably going to make colorwork hats. So colorwork hat suggestions, go. Okay, guys, that is your BRIO Duo of the week. So that's it for Vogue, guys. If you are thinking about going to Vogue, I highly recommend it. I do think it's worth the money much more than Rhinebeck, but you know, it really depends what your personality is. Rhinebeck is an outdoor thing and Vogue is an indoor thing. And so it really depends what you like to do. I love to go to the city. I love Rhinebeck, and I didn't like it this year, but I am, of course, going to go next year. And I think it's going to be a little bit different next year. I don't know if there's going to be as much to do on Friday, or it's going to be spread up amongst some different days. So, yeah, I'm just going to try to make it a better experience next year. But again, guys, Vogue is the thing that I wait for all year round. And once my kids are older, I would really like to go to some of the other Vogue knitting lives that they have around the country. I would really like to go to the one in San Francisco. I think there's one in San Francisco. I think there's one in Southern California also. I just want to start traveling. I want to go to Knit City in Canada. I want to go to Yarningham. I want to go to all these places. Do you guys know I've never been to London ever? So as soon as my kids get older, and I'm not wishing their childhood away because I'm trying to savor every moment, I just really want to start traveling again. I think going to EYF that year was one of the greatest experiences of my life, and I want to do much more. So please suggest a lot of yarn festivals, and I will put them down and try to get to them. I am so jealous of Gigi. She's getting invited everywhere, and she has a roster this year. If you guys want to meet her and you're anywhere in this country, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to meet her at some point this year because she is going to be traveling around. Anyway, I had a baby shower for my cousin down in Jackson, New Jersey a couple weeks ago. And so I was like, I'm near Chelsea Yarns. So on the way back, I stopped off and I was expecting to see Christina, but she wasn't there. But I was able to talk to Bridget for a little while and I was able to find something, of course, to buy, even though I was not there to buy stuff. I could not leave the store without this. So I bought 4 skeins of this, I think it's Coquette Dew. I don't know if I'm saying it right. This is Mad Tosh. It's single ply, and it's got this iridescent, like, I don't even know if you guys can see it. It's got like an there it is, an iridescent stellina to it. Can you see it? And I bought 4 skeins of this and I have no idea what I'm doing with it. And I tend to buy out the quantity when I like something. So a lot of yarns are dyed in quantities of 4. And so I bought the 4 because I wanted them all to match. I know that I can always destash. Whereas some people are like, I'll just buy more if I need it. I want it to match. So I got it and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But I was talking about wrapping those letters for my daughter's room. And I've got some yarn on order from Knit Collage that I'm going to wrap them in, but I think that this would be really cool if it was wrapped in this also, or I may make like an I-cord out of this to edge them out in. I also might embroider with it. You know, you can embroider with really thin yarns, so I might do that, but I thought that was a really, really cool buy. Again, this is Madeline Tosh. Madeline Tosh was just bought out by Jimmy Beans, so I have no idea if they're going to change over all their colors and stuff. Stay tuned for that. And then I've been having a hard time finding Olan Merlin, and this is my favorite color. This one is a very light skein, and I ordered a couple, and they were coming in all these different shades. Usually it's a really dark purple, and as you guys know, I destashed a bunch of it last year, which was, those stains were gorgeous. I don't know why I destashed them. I destashed so much from EYF because it was the sock base. And I was like, I don't use the sock base. I'll just buy it in another base. Well, I have since figured out what to do with my sock base, and now I've like gotten rid of all my sock yarn. Oh well, you know, like I have no yarn left. But I did buy a couple skeins of it because I want to use this one in the granny stripe blanket that I'm doing. So I got that. And then I've just been hoarding as much Merlin as I can. It's just so beautiful. I'm also, and I don't think I have it up here, I'm starting a droplet capelet, and I talked about that last time, I think. Did I? I may not have. I want to start a droplet capelet by Denise Biron, and I have this magpie fibers that I'm going to use for that, so stay tuned for that. And I guess that's it. That's it, guys. I mean, yeah, I know, that's it. Like, I didn't just go through like 9 different 1,000 skeins of yarn. I'm sure some of them will end up in my next de-stash, or I have to go through this yarn again. Guys, do you ever have like projects in your head and you just want to start them all at once and you just can't knit enough? Must knit faster! So, I also am going to be sending out my cowl pattern to the test knitters, so that should be coming out soon. Keep an eye out for that. And that's it. That's it, guys. If you are interested in taking a class with me or coming to one of my knit nights, please check out urbansociety.com. They're going to be putting all of my new class listings and event nights up soon. Again, I will be putting them on my Instagram, so you can follow along with me at Gemma Darlings on Instagram. I hope to see you at one of those knit nights. That would be a lot of fun. And that's it, guys. So I will see you next week with some more knitty content. I am going to be knitting a lot of samples for my classes, so I don't know how much I'm going to actually get done, which is why I've been doing the granny stripe blanket, so we'll see how much I get done on that. But congratulations to Lisa, who won the Baby S guest prize. Please DM me with your address and I will get your prize out to you. And again, guys, I can't say enough about VKL, so if you do decide that you want to go to VKL, start saving your pennies now, because it's a really good time. It's a really, really great time. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time on Gemma Darling Daily. Bye.